And as I was climbing through the window, all I could feel was whop, whop, whop. And I'm running, Tisha, run, Tisha, run. Oh my God, I cannot believe that happened. Hey y'all. So while I was doing my makeup, I was like, let me do some story time. So I'm gonna give y'all like two short little stories about when I was a teenager. Um, I'm going to change the names of people. So we're gonna name my cousin in this one Veronica. And we grew up in a like strict holiness church. Um, so both of our fathers were elders. Um, and her father was a pastor. My father didn't have a church at the time, but my father was an elder and he was very active in the church. So, they would say preacher's daughters are really like bad or whatever. But I don't think we're bad. I just think we're misunderstood because of the fact that we just want to be like y'all and we just want to have fun and y'all are hating on us and y'all don't want us to have fun. So I say this to say my cousin had a baby. She wasn't married yet. She was engaged. She had a baby. And I was a teenager. She's a couple years older than me. I think she had to be like 19, maybe 20. I don't think she was 21 yet. So she was like, oh, girl, let's go to Jersey Gardens Mall. I was like, okay. Now, places and names haven't changed. So, like, yeah, I really probably won't. If you know me, y'all probably really wouldn't know who I'm talking about. But I changed places and I changed names. Okay. So she's like, let's go to Jersey Garden tomorrow. I was like, all right. So my grandmother was like, yeah, I can go, have fun, just be safe or whatever. And because we grew up in Holiness Church, I don't know, like, I'll give y'all some background with the Holiness. You have to wear like long dresses, 3/4 length sleeves for your shirts. Your skirts need to come to your knees or lower. Um, Nothing that looks Jezebelish. Like, I was allowed to have my ears pierced because the church that I went to, which was a part of the organization, they allowed you to have ear piercings. But my grandmother's church, which was part of the incorporation, did not. So, like, she couldn't have her ears pierced, but I did. My mother at our church that my father was associated with, they did allow makeup, so she could wear makeup, but my cousin couldn't. So it was like a lot of stuff that I could do that she couldn't do, but we still had like a lot of the same general rules, like, you know what I mean? So when I went to this particular uncle's house, I always make sure I had on skirts to be respectful and things of that nature. So we were going to the mall. We had on dresses. Mind you, we get to the corner store, honey. She was like, I got clothes. I was like, what? She said, yeah, we ain't wearing this to the mall. I was like, what you mean we ain't wearing this? Girl, she had clothes in her paper bag. And we got dressed for the mall in the corner store. Now, they must be used to this because they didn't say nothing to her. Like, if I see somebody come into my store and all of a sudden changing, I was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you changing your clothes in my store? Like, what the heck is going on? So they must have been used to this because, honey, it did not faze them at all. They didn't say get out. They didn't say nothing. So we changed, and I changed too because she had something for me. So we put on a totally different outfit. It was another skirt, but it was like worldly skirt. Okay, it was not the skirt that she definitely couldn't wear around her father. Now, I probably could have got away with it somewhat but not as much as her. Um, so yeah, we did that. We went to the mall. We was looking cute, and the guys was calling, cat calling all that stuff they was do. But it was just funny because I'm like, why are we like changing into different stuff? So we were at the mall for a while, and she's like, "Oh, we gotta get home before my father gets home," because she didn't really want to change her clothes again in the store. Well, girl, bye. We get a phone call from one of her siblings, and they was like, "Yo, I don't know what you doing, but daddy home." So we was like, "Shoot, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? What we gonna do?" On the way home, she's like, "Oh, not a problem." We went right back into the Gush store that we changed in the first time, and we changed again. And they didn't say nothing to us once again. Same people, in and out, change the store. I'm like, oh God, like I guess they don't care. But if you grew up holiness, you know how like that was bold. Like that was bold. Like you don't do that. You don't take no chances of being in public anywhere where somebody might see you and have a chance to say, "Well, I saw your child and your child looked like this." But this is like back when they really didn't have like camera phones and stuff like that. So you wouldn't really get caught. It was more of the he said, she said, and you know, you got away with a lot more back then. Because unless your parents really caught you out there, you really, can get away with stuff. But nowadays, with camera phones and recording and videos and stuff like that, it's a little bit harder. So I don't suggest that unless you're going somewhere like where nobody's going to be able to see you and you can really get away with it. But like I wasn't afraid because I wouldn't have gotten in trouble. She would have gotten more trouble than I would have. My my grandmother would have just been mad, like, you ain't have to lie and sneak around. If that's what you wanted to wear, that's what you wanted to wear. That's the only thing that probably made my grandmother mad is the sneaking around part. Like, there's no need for you to be sneaky. If your parents allow it, she was real good with if your parents allow it, then you can do it. She really let them like raise us on that part. Like, okay, she can wear makeup, she can wear pants, she can do this, she can do that. You're the parents. I'm just a grandparent. I have no say so in it. But some people aren't like that. Some people in the church, you at my house, you gonna do what I say, you gonna do what I do. Da, 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 da. I have more stories about my grandmother. She wasn't always like that cool. I got more story time, like real story time. You be like, what the hell? So that was just like a little, it was a big deal if you grew up in a Pentecost church. You know, like, oh my God, no, you was not really out here changing your clothes in the store, like in your drawers in the store. But yes, just so we wouldn't get in trouble by her father, and he would have never known. I'm like, yo, y'all must have been always doing this because, honey, I don't know nobody to just let it. And they probably got mad cameras and bad pictures, you know, of everyone dressed, getting undressed because y'all do it all the time. And then my next story time is about my friend Tisha. We're gonna call her Tisha. So this one's a little bit more juicier. So me and Tisha went out. We was that was my bulldog. Like my parents were strict, but her parents weren't as strict as my parents. So when we were gonna do stuff, I would want to go to Tisha's house, and I'm like, all right, girl, we're gonna do this, because her parents let her have more boundaries. They were a little bit more trusting of her. Well, we went out. We always go skating, and we came back late from skating. We was like, oh shoot, because we went skating, was hanging out, having a good old time, having fun. What we do with teenagers. Well, we were late, so I was like, oh shoot, how we gonna get back in the house? So I was like, look, because at a certain time the door gets locked. Once the door is locked, you're not getting back in. You better stay wherever you're staying because you're not coming back into this house. I was like, well, I left the window open on purpose so that if we did get stuck, we can get back in. And my mom worked night, so she should be gone. My dad sleeps through anything unless you physically wake him up. So I was like, we should be good. Girl, bye. My mother did not go to work. She was waiting for us. So I opened up the window. She didn't say nothing as I was coming through the window. Whop, whop, whop. I was like, Mom, Tisha. She's like, she ain't gonna get beat for you because that ain't my child. I'm gonna beat her for you. I was like, I got beat twice. Yeah, I got beat twice. I got beat twice. But it was fun. I had fun though. It was worth it. It was worth the beating was worth it because we had fun that night. You know, we did our little 1 2 1 2 like we always do, hanging out, girl. We would be everywhere. We would be all up in the city, girl, Jersey City, Patterson. We would be everywhere. Like we would just be going. We would have a whole lot of fun. Like we knew the state of New Jersey, lovely, but we had fun. I mean, I can understand your parents getting mad now because I'm a parent, but we were safe. Like we knew what we was doing. We wasn't jumping in cars with strangers. We wasn't like just doing all random stuff. But yeah, like coming in late and getting in trouble, getting beat. And I probably let me tell you something. I probably get beat than get on punishment. I tell you that damn. Give me the beating. You ain't taking my phone. You ain't taking my my going out privileges. Just beating. Cause I could deal with the beating. It's only gonna last, but so the pay only gonna last, but so long. But to actually I can't speak on talking on the phone. Like talking on my phone was my thing. Like I love to be on the phone. I would be on the phone for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I would like emergency breakthrough Tisha phone. Like when she would have her boyfriend and I haven't talked to her all day. I'm like, look, I would call the operator. Emergency breakthrough, emergency breakthrough. I'm like, get off the phone. I'm like, trying to win tickets to Summer Jam or something, calling you because your phone always busy. So yeah, like I had to do that because I love the phone. I love to talk. Like I had to get the gab, and if we're cool, I can talk to you all day and like cackle and laugh and have fun and just be on the phone like girl, 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 girl. But yes, that's like the one of the times, like one of my memorable times of getting my behind beat with somebody else being there with me. Another time was when I was 20 or 21. That was my last beat, and I got my last butt whooping at 2021. That's when I got my first tattoo. I told y'all that my father was an elder. By this time, he was now a pastor. I was with my now husband, but then boyfriend fiance. I think he was my fiance by that time. Well, it was tax return time. So it's actually three stories. Okay, I told y'all two. I lied. Three. So it was tax return time, and I've never had a tattoo before, and I was like, I always wanted a tattoo, and my youngest sibling always called me Tinkerbell because I was short, thick, and would get attitude. So they were always like, "You're Tinkerbell, you're Tinkerbell." So I had saw a picture of Tinkerbell. She was sitting on a marijuana leaf. She had a bottle of liquor in one hand and she had a blunt in the other hand. So what I did was I said, "Ooh, I'm gonna change this around for me." Oh, and the Tinkerbell had the sleeve. So what I did was I changed the sleeve on Tinkerbell's tattoo, and because I wanted to personalize it. I didn't want like a tattoo that everybody else would have. I always like personalize each one of my prototype tattoos. I personalize them so that it'll be just for me. Like, yeah, you might have something similar, but mine is going to be different. So, and then the bottle I had it, the bottle liquor had honey, and then she still had the blunt, and it was cute. And The girl's hair is red. Tinkerbell's hair is red and not blonde. So I did that, and mind you, my father, let's see, my father saw it. I don't know how he saw it. I think my shirt lifted up because you just get a tattoo and it hurts. He was like, "What's this on your back?" I was like, "Oh, what's what on my back?" I was like, "Oh, that's nothing." I was like, "Shoot, I forgot to put another t-shirt on." He put me over his knee and proceeded to whip my behind in front of my man. I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, why you gonna do this? Why you gonna do this? I'm grown. I'm grown. I don't even live in your house no more. You can't tell me what to do. You're still my child. You'll always be my child. And I'll always tell you what to do. Blah blah blah. So yes, my last beating was at 21. I was just like, oh my God, why, sir? Why? Why are you doing this to me? Why? But yes, that was my last beating. He beat me because I got a tattoo, and he told my man, he was like, she wasn't doing all this craziness until you came around, and I don't know. It was horrible, but it's okay. We still together to this day, so it doesn't matter. But he had to beat me like that in front of him. Like, how embarrassing. And he didn't do that to help out. He just sit there and watch and laugh. I'm like, you supposed to be my man, my man, my man, my man. You was gonna watch me get beat? Like, you're not gonna stop it? I was like, man. But yeah, that was my last time I got my ass whooped by my parents. But I have more story times about beatings. Like, I had gotten a real bad beat. Like, my mother would do certain stuff. Like, sometimes she wouldn't beat me. She would, like, take stuff from me and it make me go into public knowing how vain I was. But yeah, they did some crazy stuff. My parents, I gave them a run for their money, to be honest with you. But hey, that's what you get trying to raise me. I know that's that is a denomination that they chose, and you know it was strict. So when you have a strict denomination and you have children that want to do, they want to do what everybody else is doing. It's hard for them. It's hard to be a daughter of a pastor. You know, it's it's not easy. A lot of them don't want. A lot of people, like the young girls in the church, don't want to hang out with you because they're afraid that you gonna run inside their father. I'm like, please, I ain't telling him nothing. I want to have fun just like y'all want to have fun. I'm more worried about y'all telling on me than me pretty much telling on myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more worried that y'all were going to go say something like, oh, she doing this and she doing that, than really me telling on y'all. And we probably all doing the same thing because we all just want to have fun. We see the rest of the kids having fun. We all just want to do what they doing. And I think that you should, allow them to do it within like a certain, like some parameters. Like, let them do something, sir. As long as they're not hurting each other and they're not doing anything crazy, let them go out and have fun. But yes, that is the two times I got my behind whooped, and then the one time we almost got caught. If it wasn't for my other cousin calling, saying, "Yo, y'all better, you know, change your clothes because yeah, they home." But that's my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's not like juicy. I do have real juicy ones. Y'all just gotta get me, comfortable with saying them. Um, but I'm gonna finish this look, and I'll come back and I'll show you how it ends and how it came all together. But that's about it. This is a quick video, nothing too long. But tell me what y'all want to hear. Like, I want to know what y'all want to know about me. How I grew up. Um, the stuff that we did, the different stories that we did as a teenager, having fun. What do y'all want to know? What advice do y'all want? I can give y'all like the advice that I use for myself, like how to get that paper within your relationship. Like, I know y'all know about the sprinkle sprinkle girl, and I laugh because she's my mother. Like, no lie, I would swear that was my mother's daughter more so than that I was my mother's daughter. I swear that Shira is. Like, the stuff that she says is the stuff that my maternal grandmother and my mother would say to me. And I just laugh. I'm like, wow, there's other people that thought like this. And I took some of their um, suggestions and I put my own twist on it. Because, I can't, what work for them isn't always going to work for you, right? And I said, look, I don't know if this is going to work for me, but I need to do what's best for me. And I finagled my situation to the best of me. Now, whatever suggestion I give y'all, just like I tell y'all with makeup, do what works for you. Don't so much do what works for me because what worked for me may not work for you. And I don't want nobody saying, girl, you gave me this advice and this didn't work for me and da 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 da. So take what I say, use it at your own discretion, do what you gotta do. Hopefully it'll work for you the way it worked for me. But if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, a stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home girlfriend, I can tell you what I did, how I did it, how I'm still doing it. I can share it with you. And if you want to use it, go ahead and use it. I have no problems with that. Honey, everybody needs that soft, beautiful life that I think we were all given. Because I'm not one, like, I know I'm like rambling now and I need to cut the video, but I'm gonna say this. I wouldn't be one of the ones burning my bra at the feminist movement. It wouldn't have been I, because, honey, I don't want to work. So I would not have been there talking about, I want to work. Let y'all go out there and work, baby. I'll stay home. Let me go shopping. Let me enjoy my day. Let me put my makeup on and go to the store and look cute. And that's it. That's how women want to work. And I understand it. It was just never in my nature to really want to work. So, like there's some men that are stay at home dads and they're really good at it. I don't think that makes them less of a man because they're a stay at home dad. Just like I don't think it makes you less of a woman or makes you more of a woman, should I say, because you want to stay at home with the kids and you don't want to work. I don't think it makes you more of a woman because staying home is not easy. Because everybody that can't afford a maid, everybody can't afford a living nanny or a nanny at all or like a full-time babysitter. So it's not for the weak. I tell you that now because baby, you got to put in a lot of work sometimes until they get into school full time. So you dedicating, 3 years per child, 3 to 4 years of being home with that child 24/7. So it depends on how many babies you pop out. Or if you adopt, how many children you adopt. That's they put you on the years. So you say, okay, I got how close you want to have them together, how far apart you want to have them together. Some women, I've heard stories of some women telling me, they had their kids spaced out every 3 years. So they said for the next, you know, 12, 14 years, 12, let's see, yeah, 12, uh, 4 times 4, like 12, 16 years, they're going to be home. So by the time it's time for them to go back to work, they've been out of the workforce for so long that it doesn't make sense for them to go back to work. Now you see how this is like way too like we're gonna take the foundation color and we're gonna mix it all, blend it all together. See how we did that? See how we just did that like that, and now it don't look all woo. Ooh. So some women did that. Some women like, okay, I'm gonna have they like perfectly planned their kids to be 4 years apart. So by the time one's going out to school, the other one is now coming in. I still can't go back to work because now I'm pregnant. This one still needs me home. I can't have stayed home with this one and not stay home with this one. I feel like I'm not giving this one the same love and affection I'm giving the other ones because now I'm at work. Some women did that. So, hey, you live and you learn. Some women have it. They marry well enough that they didn't have to worry about working. What's working? It's a hobby. So it's whoever you pick. Bet your man. See who wants to have a stay at home wife. Who doesn't mind it? If they don't mind it, then go for it, boo. That's what I say. Go for it. But that's that. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna show y'all the finished masterpiece. How I put it all together. Cause I do have other videos of me doing a full face. If you want to watch me do a full face, but that's that for story time. Let me know in the comments what y'all want to hear, what y'all want to see, what y'all want to do. I can take y'all on a day with me when I go out to the stores. We go shopping together, or what y'all want to see me do. Talk about. I can cook and talk at the same time. If y'all want to see me do a cooking video, let me know so I can get this together for y'all. So I will see y'all next time. Oh, I'm gonna try to do story time. So I'm gonna try to do. If I have a long story, I'll let y'all know. But like, this is a long story this week, so it's gonna be just like one video. I'm gonna try to do maybe 2 videos a week, or if it's like a really long story, or if I have a guest and we can like converse back and forth with each other, then I'll have a longer one for y'all. So let's see what I can do. All right, y'all tell me. But I'll be back to show y'all the finished product. See you in a minute. Bye. So here is the final look. All put together. I told you I was gonna make it look good. And I made it look good. So trust the process. Okay? So I'll be back with another story time. Let me know how you guys enjoyed this story time. And we'll do some more makeup together, chit and chat, and I'll go live soon. Talk to you guys later. Bye.